Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be going through the project root structure so that it's easy for you to understand how the overall project structure will be, and then we will go on to set up the overall project structure in the project. So basically we will install the all the environments that we need and then all the virtual environments, right? So just to show you how the root structure will be, because later on we will change it, or let's say we will add on more folders based on the requirement. So majorly we will have the portfolio management system folder, and this folder, this will be the root folder of the overall project. Within this we will install, or let's say we will create all the subfolders in this, right? So we will have the user management, within which we will install the Django project, and then we will have the fast API service. Within the fast API we will install the virtual environment again for the fast API, and then we will have the front end, which is the React.js project, right? So and then all these three projects, let's say, will talk to each other with the help of the services that I will share. So let's start this. Let me just close folder. Let me open the portfolio management system. Let me close everything. Okay, so this is the portfolio management system that we have, and this is, as you can see, it's an empty folder, right? Let me open a new terminal, and then first what we will do, I already have this D drive, or let's say this folder in the D drive. Right now, as per, let's go back to the structure of the project. We will create the user management, and then we will create the fast API service, and then we will create the front end. So these are the very basic projects, or let's say the folders that we will create, and then we will install the virtual environment. So let's say D, right, mkdir, so portfolio management system. Okay, cd portfolio management system, and then if I open the folder, right, and new terminal, I hope that virtual environment thing is not there. Luckily no. Okay, so now we have the portfolio management system. Now we will create a new project within this. So mkdir user management, right? Maybe we will change it later on, right? The cd user management. Let me just check if this is what it is. Okay, now within this we'll create the virtual environment. So to create the virtual environment, let's say python venv user management, manage virtual environment, right? So here it will get created. It should be created. So we have venv, and let's activate it. Yeah, venv scripts activate, right? So this is the first thing, and then let's create another window for, not this one, command prompt. So we have one for the user management, right? And then this is for fast API. Okay, so let's start the fast API. So in this we will say mkdir API service, right? And I hope the spellings are correct. And then cd fast API service. Now let's create a virtual environment for this and this one as well. So we will say python venv fast API venv. So now we have the fast API service and the virtual environment. Let's activate this one as well. Fast API venv scripts activate, right? Okay, so in the user management, let's install the Django. So I'll say, so the virtual environment is activated. Do we need PyODBC? I don't think so, because we'll be using PostgreSQL, but let's see. Let's install all these packages. Okay, now we go to the fast API, and then we will install fast API, UVCon, and SQL PyODBC. Now let's go back to the user management. Let me just check the folder structure, what it was, just to make sure that we are on the right path. So we created the user management structure or the folder, and then we created the fast API, we created the virtual environment, and then the user management. Now this is what we need to do. We need to create the project folder. Let's say we need to create a project named user management. Okay, so for that, let's go back to the user management. Okay, maybe I should just give you a brief what we did. So here we installed Django REST framework, and PyODBC. Django is for, as you know, it's a framework for Python web development. It's more of, let's say, backend service, but you can of course use the front end as well with the Django, but we will be using it for the backend service, right? REST framework is more for the API services, which is like really fast. And PyODBC, the purpose it was to use the MSSQL, but then like I mentioned in my last video, we'll be using PostgreSQL, so we might not need it. So within this, let's create the first project, which is again the user management, right? So we have the, don't tell me that I created it in, what did I do? Basically, I was supposed to create, right? Yeah, it was right. I just got scared that, I created it in the portfolio management system, but yeah, we are good. Now let's see the user management, right? So many user management, but anyways, now let's say python manage.py start account. So we have created our first app over here, accounts. So in the user management here, we will use somewhere over here, we'll pass on the database information in the next couple of minutes. But before that, let's do the fast API service as well. Touch is not recognized as internal or external command, of course, because we are using the CMD prompt, not the bash. Let's try this one. So we have, okay, so well, I knew this, but I just wanted to make sure that, that I show it to you. So in the Windows, you have to use echo dot to create the file. So if you see, now we have main.py, and in this file, this code, I think this should work, and then it's activated, right? Yeah, it's activated. Now let's just run this and see if it is running. So from fast API import unexpected intent by mistake. Okay, so application startup is complete. So fast API service is running right now. I'll show you maybe in next couple of minutes. But before that, there is one more thing that we need to do. We have to make sure that the Django project is up and running. So for that, we need to migrate the project as well. But before that, we have to create the database connection. Where is it? Settings. Okay, so let's replace this. I'll just comment this for your knowledge. So this is how it is. Let's say the PostgreSQL, the syntax, right? So we will have the localhost. I'll enter the username, password, and the database name. Let me check if I have something already. I should have PostgreSQL because I remember I did install it. Oh, okay. Let me try to install the PostgreSQL. So we have this one. We need the pgadmin because majorly we need the PostgreSQL and pgadmin. Okay, next a password. Now don't forget to do this because I did this mistake earlier. So I will say admin@123, admin@123. Port is, if I'm not wrong, port is 5432. 5432. See, yeah, for PostgreSQL 5432 is the port. Don't make any changes, just install it, right? So yeah, it will take some time because it's also creating the the server, the local host, let's say, right? So yeah, but don't forget that the password is admin@123, or at least I should not forget. So let's see. So if you see, it's showing that it's starting the database server, so which is good. So no errors till now, but I remember a couple of weeks back when I was trying to install it, I had a lot of issues. But you don't need to do this. Let's finish it, and then I don't know. Okay, so now starting the management tool. See, PostgreSQL, as far as I try to understand, it's really good and it's very much compatible with the machine learning and all. So admin@123, save password. Okay. So we have this, and then database is Postgres. Let me create another database. So create a database. Let's say portfolio management system, right? Let's keep the owner as PostgreSQL itself, right? So now we don't need anything else. Going back to this, we have the database name. We have the username. I think it's SA if I'm not wrong. Sorry, if that was Postgres. So that is Postgres, localhost. The username is Postgres, password was admin@123. I think this should work. So now let's try to migrate it. It should work, otherwise it will be a big problem. So what it says, okay, so it did not get this module. Well, it's good that you got this error because we need to install this module. Should be this one if I'm not wrong. Did I write install it on the correct path? Anyways, let's migrate. Okay, so the migration is done. How to make sure that it's done? Basically, you will see the migrations file over here, if right. So not here. There should be a migration file. I'm just looking for that. Yeah, migrations. Okay, now So this is done. Let's run this server as well, maybe python manage.py run server. There might be an issue if I'm not wrong. No, there is no issue. It's good. Okay, so now we have the user management running. We have the fast API is also running, which is good. Now let's go back to the third project, or let's say the third package that we need to install is the front end, right? So let's go back to the, let's add one more. So I want the command prompt for this one. I'll just rename it to React front end, right? And then this will take some time. Okay, so this is installed. Now let's try to run the React front end as well. So for that, let's cd and then, okay, so we have the React running, right? Let's try to have this one as well. So this is on port 3000. Let's check the fast API. Fast API is also running. Let's check the Django. So for Django, let's go here and then run this one. Okay, so see, basically what has happened, both are running on the same port. So we need to change it. Where do we change this? Let's go back and let me just go back and Control C, Python. This one should work. So now we have 8080. So okay, now basically I asked Python to use another port, so it's now using 8080. So if you can see, we have the Django running, we have the fast API running, and then we have the React app is also running. So this is more than enough, but one thing which is pending is to push it into GitHub repository, which we can do it later on as well. I mean, it's not that critical as well, but the idea was to just make you understand how the project structure will be for the future. So in the next video, we will be working on the user management registration, or let's say the login. We'll also be creating the APIs endpoints so that the data can be accessed from the front end via the APIs, and then maybe we can also check into the authentication part. But thank you so much. It was a great video. I know it was a long one, but this was really important, because this will define how the project will look like and how the project will go. But in the next video, or let's say in the coming videos, we will try to connect all these three services together so that they interact with each other, right? Till then, take care, goodbye, have a great day. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe.